Hi, this is Zach Ward, and you're watching MrMoo.
The cows go moo. Who is it to? Mooing you.
Moo? So it's Saturday, March 9th, and we are right in the thick of Monster Mania. This is the craziest one that I have ever seen. It's been crowded. You kind of just follow the crowd. I don't know if you can see everyone behind me, but Kim's here. I've already talked to a couple vendors. We're going to do some interviews, check out a couple independent films. We're going to check out some independent artists that do paintings and stuff like that. I'm assuming that the reason that it's so crazy busy right now is because of all the characters from The Walking Dead that are here that people want to get autographs from. There's quite a few. And Star Wars. Chewbacca's here, if anybody cares. And the guy from Tales from the Crypt is here also.
Monster Mania 24 was the 10-year anniversary of the first ever Monster Mania. We were promised big things, and judging by the turnout, people got what they wanted. Just to name a few guests, they had from the Walking Dead cast, Denai Guerrero, who played Michonne, Michael Roker, who played Merle, Scott Wilson, who played Herschel, Madison Lintz, who played Sophia, Chandler Riggs, who played Carl, Lou Temple, who played Axel, Vincent Ward, who played Oscar, Irony Singleton, who played T-Dog, Kylie Szymanski, who played Penny Blake, the governor's zombie daughter. Other guests included Peter Mayhew, who played Chewbacca, The Misfits, Rikishi, and part of the cast of Freddy vs. Jason, including Zach Ward, who was also Scott Farkas in A Christmas Story and did the intro to this video.
Kim, what's the best part of any convention?
Not that.
Well, it seemed like the zombie theme was well represented through the entire convention. These next guys were no exception. I had a chance to chat with a couple of guys working on an upcoming zombie flick.
So I'm here with some independent filmmakers. I'm going to let them introduce themselves and tell you guys what they're promoting.
Hello, my name is Joshua Solarczyk. I am the producer of a movie called Within the Woods of Undead County.
And I am Nicholas Paul Pontoski. I am the co-writer and director of the film Within the Woods of Undead County.
So what is the film about? Is it, obviously we're at a horror convention, it's going to be a horror movie, something. What's the movie about?
Well, the movie is about a group of these four unlikely characters who escape from Philadelphia after there's an outbreak that causes everybody to turn into zombies, and they escape into the woods where they think it's safe because it's isolated, no one's around, but it turns out they were followed, and the entire movie is basically their struggle to survive in the wilderness during this outbreak.
Okay, so what was the inspiration for the film? I mean, obviously there's a big breakout with The Walking Dead, and there's a lot of zombie things. That seems to be the trend that's happening. Is that something that you guys just latched onto, or have you always liked zombie films? Or
I mean, I think we both really like zombies. That's always been a big thing.
It's a very popular field nowadays. What happened was a friend of mine, he does the special effects on the movie. His name is Justin Stevens. He wrote the script and he sent it to me and said, "Hey, you want to make this movie?" And I was like, "Okay, yeah, let's make this movie." And so we just kind of got started on it. And before we knew it, this guy got involved. Before we knew it, some other people got involved, and it just grew from there. And so here we are, just trying to promote it.
So it seems like the script was like the main cohesive thing that brought everybody together. It was just one of those things where you just had to latch onto it and be a part of it.
And the love of movies, it really is. I think a zombie movie is one of the hardest movies to actually make well. And that's what we all wanted to do, make a movie well that was not easy to do.
The thing about zombie movies nowadays is that they're all chaos, 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 explosions, apocalypse, all this craziness. And the thing about that Justin really wanted to maintain, and I really wanted to maintain too, is that level of loneliness and that level of isolation with the characters. And kind of like the first Night of the Living Dead. You know, they were in the middle of this house, in the middle of nowhere, and there were zombies around. And we were trying to do a similar theme with that, because I felt that the lack of other people around is what helped bring the characters to life.
So that isolation was what really drove the story and brought you kind of closer to the characters.
Yeah.
What characters do you guys tend to gravitate towards in the film? Is there any particular character that you feel like you're closest to?
I would say Corey.
Okay. And why?
He's kind of out there, he's kind of a loner, he kind of takes charge, but still has a little no idea what he's doing.
The actor's name is Corey, and the character's name is Matt. Okay. Matt is sort of the brute of the group. He carries a sledgehammer around. He's sort of the guy who is trying to maintain dominance through arrogance. He's the one whose idea was to go to the woods in the first place, and everyone was like, well, we might as well follow him, you know?
When can we expect the film out?
We are trying to get it done for this October.
Okay.
We'll be done for this October.
Okay.
We are talking about right now theater reveals in Northeast Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And hoping for a Netflix debut in October 31st.
Okay.
The film is still in production.
Right.
Obviously, for those out there who are filmmakers, they understand that making a movie is definitely not a walk in the park.
Right.
It's a really complicated process, and it takes an incredible amount of time.
Either YouTube videos.
No, exactly. Yeah, I know. We can't really determine how we're going to be able to show it to people until it's done. We're trying to bring it to life as in the best way possible, and hopefully that will encourage people to really push to see it on a public scale.
We're going to do a random question, and what we're doing is, if you could have lunch with anyone alive or dead, who would it be and why?
I guess, if anything, I'm a big Tim Burton fan. I got into filmmaking because of his work.
People have their opinions, but I would like to have lunch with Robin Williams. He seems like one of those down-to-earth guys. I mean, he's very knowledgeable, has done everything.
Well, check this new film coming out. I'm going to put some links in the description. You can check out all the information, like their Facebook page, all of that good stuff. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you. Very nice to meet you.
Thank you, sir.
Check it out. Coming soon.
After chatting with the guys from within the woods of Undead County, I toured the dealer room a few times and spotted a booth I've seen at past conventions. The artwork always catches my eye, so I took a few minutes to sit down with the owner and ask a few questions.
I'm here with an independent artist. What is your name? Violet Boyd. And what exactly do you do?
This is True Poison, and I paint, I do t-shirts, illustrate books. I kind of do a little bit of everything, but painting is really my forte.
And how long have you been doing it?
This company's a year and a half old, but I've been painting as far back as I can.
Okay, so this is something you've done for a long time.
Yeah, it's always been one of my passions.
Okay. And like, where do you get your inspiration from?
Old horror movies, of course.
Right.
Anything outer space or nautical, I'm very into. Old time Sailor Jerry, I'm very campy, 50s, retro.
Every time I walk past this, I see there's something new up here, and things that always catch my eye are the cat paintings, because we have a cat at home, and it's just crazy, and it just reminds me of my crazy cat. So.
Yes, they're inspired by my own crazy cat, who paints with me in the basement. Sometimes she gets her tail in some of the paintings.
So I hear tell, everyone can't see because you're sitting down, but we have a little artist on the way.
Yes, a baby Violet in the beginning of July.
Okay.
And she will be at future conventions with me.
There you
advertising.
There we go. All right.
And painting.
And now we're going to do a random question. The question is, what is the last film that you've seen?
The last film I saw was Mama.
Okay.
And it was a quality film, but not a horror film in my opinion. And I'm kind of a horror movie snob. I didn't feel scared at all. I felt a little bit sad. It was kind of a sad movie. I was a little bit upset.
We've seen so many terrible horror movies.
Yes.
And the thing is, I don't know what it is. I just love to be tortured, I guess. I can't walk away from a horror movie until the very end.
Yeah,
I keep thinking it's gotta get better from here.
But it never does.
It never does. It's
never
always
does
a
because they don't
disappointment.
stick to the main formula, which is just keep it simple.
Right.
Michael Myers, you know, he was just a little faded picture in the background.
It's scary.
And
It's
scary
ominous.
as
You
hell.
don't know what's gonna happen when. That's what I want. That's what we all want. Stop. Thank you for your time. And like I said, I love the art. And you can find it at
TruePoison.com.
TruePoison.com. And you'll have links in the description below, and you guys can go pick up some awesome stuff.
It was getting late on Saturday night, things were winding down, but before we headed back to the hotel room, I had to stop at this booth after seeing this giant canvas painting.
I'm here with another independent artist. What's your name?
My name's Kevin Spencer.
And what exactly do you do?
I do mostly horror-themed art, a lot of acrylic painting, and some comic book style horror art as well.
Okay. how long have you been a painter like your whole life? Have you done that?
Yeah, and I went to school for animation, but always did more illustration. So after college, I ended up going the illustration route.
Okay. So obviously, I mean, you can't really, well, you can kind of see it in the background. We have a giant Bane picture that is right here. Is this is for like the big one that you have for this convention?
Yeah, I usually do one big piece. That's high contrast, so people see it, and it gets people to my table. And like Batman, obviously, is really popular, so it draws a lot of people in.
If you did some sort of hybrid Batman, like zombie type thing, people would be all over.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Have you always been into horror? Is that like the main inspiration? Is just old school horror or new school horror? Just everything?
Old school, new school, comic books growing up, so it just kind of evolved from that into kind of doing a little mix of everything.
Okay. So is there any like major like new horror stuff that's come out that you're like, wow, I need to like paint something for that immediately?
New, not super new. Like Trick or Treat was the last thing that I really loved, so I did a bunch of pieces from that.
Right.
New stuff, I'm still waiting for stuff to come out. A lot of times it's like an image from a film, like a still or from the trailer. I'll see a specific image and then I'll be drawn to that more than the whole movie.
So it's more about the art than it is about the actual film.
Exactly.
Okay. And now we're gonna do a random question, just off the top of the head. If you had to live in the mountains or live by the beach, which one and why?
Well, I live by the beach, and I love living by the beach. I just love the ocean. If you're having like a rough day, it's just awesome to go down and stare at the water. So I like living in the middle of nowhere, so the mountains have appeal, but I love the ocean.
I think I'm in the same boat as you are, plus there's no boats in the mountains. So thank you very much for your time, and where can we find the art?
I'm on Facebook and also www.inkspatters.com.
Okay, we're going to have some links in the description below. You guys can check out some of the awesome art, and thank you.
Thanks a lot.
After the interview with Kevin, we were promptly asked to leave the dealer room and be on our way, so we went back to the hotel room to get some sleep. The next day I caught up with the creators of another independent film called Halloween Obsession, and it went like this.
So I'm here with some independent filmmakers. Just tell us what you're doing with the movie. Are you guys? Did you write it? Did you star in it? Who are you, and what did you do for the movie?
Well, I'm Nick Petito. I am the co-director and the co-actor, the co-leading actor of Halloween Obsession. I'm also one of the producers.
Paglio Jr. I'm the executive producer, the one who funded it. I wrote the movie. I wrote it in my spare time at work in about a month, we'll say. And I also, besides writing it, of course, I'm the lead actor, and I was an assistant editor to our friend Chris, who's GWD Films. You're welcome for the plug, Chris.
And this is John Vastquest. He plays a gravekeeper.
How's it going?
I feel like I've seen you somewhere before.
Well, I've done that. I've been in Law and Order. I've been in Kings,
that might be. I love Law and Order, so that might be where I've seen you from.
Yeah, I mean, I'm from Central Casting and everything, so I do professional work. I came to this project because I believe in it. I have a great message about anti-bullying because there's a lot of things that's going on in schools.
Right.
And back in the day, they didn't have anything like that, but nowadays, because of the trauma and everything else, it's a really great message because so you won't feel alone, and it's a great thing for parents or anything in general to see how kids are growing up today.
It feels like from all of you guys, I don't know if this is the theme, but it seems like it's a very personal message from all of you where, I mean, were you bullied as children? Was that a big thing growing up, or?
I wasn't. Kids like to bust my balls every once in a while, but we do it back, so.
Right.
Yeah.
He's the, he doesn't,
I play the bully, but I'm not a bully in real life. No, I'm not a bully in real life. No way.
Yeah, it's close to my heart, because I was never, like, beat up, you know, but I was never actually even in a fight. People usually like me, but there were those bullies out there, you know, like randomly would like, you know, come and like punch me in the hallway or something, and I just would like, you know, shrug it off. I wouldn't give them like the time of day, even I wouldn't give them the satisfaction. And then verbal bullying, I had a lot of that though, people making fun of me and stuff growing up, and I just always thought of it as a sore subject. I always hated cliques, always hated when people were labeled and people didn't talk to certain people because they have glasses or they're just whatever. And And I talked to everyone.
Where did you do the film?
Well, it was
local?
it was looking northern Jersey in Belleville, Clifton.
Okay.
And we were also filming at the cemetery and locations, and we got really good people who are energetic and want to contribute to this project.
Yeah.
So it sounds like it was a big project. Was it a big cast, or was it just the four main characters, or was there?
No, there was
It was a cast of it was a decent sized cast. I'd say there's about 10 leads, 10 principals, and then there's a few supporting characters, and we have some extras. It had a $10,000 budget. None of the actors got paid. Most of the money went towards food for people, editing and camera work, lighting and props.
I just want to add this real quick. Okay. I feel like this movie was meant to be. I really do. Like I told these guys how much I feel like this movie was meant to be. The way we found the graveyard, saw this awesome abandoned house. Somebody wrote creep on the front door. Wow. It was open so I could go in and out. And it's actually right around the block from our makeup and special effects girl, whose house we used. That was the interior of Marco's house.
Where can everybody find this? And
you could see the movie. You could see the trailer on YouTube. You type in Halloween Obsession or look up
our Facebook page. It's on.
And I'll put links in the description. You guys can check all of that stuff out down below.
Check out the Facebook page. You can add us as friends. And also, please hit the like button if you think this guy looks like Alan Rickman right here.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for your time. Thanks for taking the time to explain the movie. And is there anything else you want to add before we go?
That's it. Thank you, guys.
All right. Yeah. Thanks for your time. And do stay tuned for future projects.
We got more to look forward to. All right.
Absolutely.
Thanks, guys.
Slasher Studio.
All in all, I had a pretty amazing time in Monster Mania, and I hope that you guys like the little in-depth look that I gave you into what a Monster Mania convention looks like. And hopefully that'll entice you to come out and join me next time. And maybe if you're another vendor and you're interested in getting an interview done by MrMoo, you can just let me know and we'll set something up. For now, just check out other videos. You can check out my band. You can subscribe to the page. You can leave a comment about horror movies, paintings, or conventions, or anything. Just leave a comment. And thanks for watching the entire video. I know it's a little bit lengthy, but I hope you enjoyed it. So thanks. See ya.